Hello, sir. My name is KutayKılıçB from the Electric and Electronic Department. Today I'm going to talk about Jeff Bezos. I hope you like it. So let's begin with the presentation. As I said, my project topic is Jeff Bezos. And first of all, I'm going to talk about the contents of this presentation. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about how Jeff Bezos starts from eventually nothing to become the wealthiest man in the world, with more than $211 billion net worth. While we continue, we are going to take a look of his life by piece to identify what were the weak points of his life and what he did to set things right. We are going to look at his early life as a child and a teenager, his successful career on the Wall Street, and finally, risks he took to build his dream store, the Amazon.com. First of all, we are going to talk about his childhood years, where he came from and what was his passion. Secondly, we're going to talk about the Wall Street years. Where did he start his career and how high a rank he got? And third and lastly, the start of Amazon.com. What risks he took and where is he now? One of the only ways to get out of tight box is to invent your way out. Jeff Bezos. Let's start with the childhood years. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A year later, his parents divorced, and since then he has never had contact with his biological father. 3 years later, his mother Jackie married Michael Bezos, who fled his native Cuba when he was 15 years old. Much of his Jeff Bezos' relentless drive and ambition likely came from his new father, who was raised in the Catholic mission. Mike Bezos always strove to better himself, learning English and working various odd jobs to pay for his education at the University of New Mexico at Albuquerque. After college, he became an engineer with the Exxon Corporation, causing the family to move to Texas. After several years, another job transfer brought them to Florida, where Jeff Bezos attended Palmetto High School in Miami. Bezos was popular in school and became class president and valedictorian in the senior year. Bezos had a younger sister, Christina, and a brother, Mark. When the young siblings learned to walk, they loved going into brother's room because of all fascinating toys. To warn him that children were coming, Jeff attached an alarm to his bedroom door that made a loud buzzing sound when someone entered. When Bezos was 12, he wanted something called an infinity cube. The device was set of smaller motorized mirrors that reflected off another so that the image seems to go endlessly. It cost around $20, but Bezos did not have enough money to buy it. Instead, he purchased mirrors and other parts with that money he had and constructed his own reflecting cube. He built other inventions, including amateur robots. At one point, he had so much clutter in his bedroom, his parents made him move all of his half-finished devices and experiments into the garage. There are many similar stories surrounding Bezos' childhood years. He spent countless hours building models and assortments electronic kits. He worked on science projects, often coming up with his own inventions. By the time he reached high school, he had turned the family garage into a personal science and electronic laboratory. Ironically, Bezos later would launch Amazon.com from his own garage. Important skills that he had when he was young. First, he always does experiment. And second, he became an inventor at a young age. He graduated from Palmetto High School as the top of his class. Then studied electrical engineering and computer science at Princeton University. Work hard, have fun, make history. Jeff Bezos. And this is the second part of our presentation, the Wall Street years. After graduating, he started to work at various companies including financial, telecommunications, startup to banking. He gained valuable knowledge about the inner workings of Wall Street, and this leads him to earn more money than his whole life. But money was never his end goal, only a tool. Age 30, youngest vice president of the Wall Street. From 1990 to 1994, Bezos helped build one of the most technically sophisticated and successful quantitative hedge funds on the Wall Street for D.E. Shaw & Co., New York, becoming their youngest vice president in 1992. But this was not he wanted. He wanted to create more, so he quit his job and he jobs and looked for investors. Even he knew there was 70% chance his new idea was not going to work because blending internet and commerce was not done before. So he started his own business from his garage. Failure and invention are inseparable twins. Jeff Bezos. And the third part, start of Amazon.com. At first, he only sold books, but he knew from the start he wanted to sell everything people wanted. He foresaw that internet was going to revolutionize the way people live. Eventually, he also sold music and a video too. He also installed a bell same way he did at his childhood to notify workers when they get in order. But quickly within a week, he had to disassemble it because there were too many orders. Bankruptcy. In 2000s, because of other companies and dot-com bubble blowing up, company almost goes to the bankruptcy. Online stores were closing really fast. But luckily for him, he found investors and get $2 billion borrowed and prevents that from bankruptcy. Main three principles of the Amazon. The first principle is customer always first. Second is stay innovative and remain inventive. And third and lastly, be patient. He started Amazon as a humble bookstore, but quickly it turned into a giant e-commerce store that sells anything from A to Z. That's where the logo comes from. Doing something more. By 2000s, he does not want to only become by an e-commerce company, so he founded Blue Origin, human spaceflight startup company. By 2015, he did his first test flight to outer space. His vision in the future, we will be able to travel the universe as we travel the world with planes. It may seem out of reach, but not so long ago, your only option to buy a book was go to the bookstore. 15.6 million. By 2019, 15.6 million users access the Amazon app. By 2021, it should be more than 200 million members across 19 countries. When you have a passion for life and desire to create things that are beneficial for the world, the passion will give you energy you need. The hard work will be enjoyable and also give you sense of purpose. In order to do new things and exciting things, you have to have thick skin and ability to tolerate the critics. Jeff Bezos. Thank you for listening. These are my references. And also YouTube link will be in here. You can see it on the PowerPoint slide. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask me later at the class hour, I think. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.